Rayan was not a boy who liked to talk much. In school, teachers often noticed him sitting quietly on the last bench, eyes focused on his notebook, listening carefully but rarely raising his hand. When other students argued, laughed loudly, or tried to show how smart they were, Rayan stayed silent. Many people thought he was weak. Some thought he had nothing special inside him. Even a few teachers felt he lacked confidence. Rayan lived in a small town where people believed that only those who spoke loudly were successful. His father owned a small repair shop, and his mother stitched clothes at home. Life was simple, sometimes hard, but honest. Every morning Rayan helped his father clean the shop before going to school. His father never talked much either. He worked with focus, fixing broken radios, fans, and old machines with patience. Customers trusted him, not because he promised big things, but because his work always spoke for him. At school, there was a boy named Arif who was the complete opposite of Rayan. Arif loved attention. He spoke confidently, answered every question loudly, and always told others about his big dreams. He said he would become very rich, very famous, and everyone would know his name one day. Teachers praised his confidence, and students followed him. Rayan often heard his name mentioned in jokes. What will Rayan become? Someone would laugh, a silent shadow. Another would add, Rayan heard these words, but he did not reply. He felt hurt sometimes, but he believed silence was safer than useless arguments. Inside him, there was a fire, but he did not know how to show it with words. He showed it with effort. Every night, after finishing homework, he practiced solving problems, reading books, and learning new skills quietly. He did not tell anyone what he was doing. Even his parents only knew that he studied regularly. One day, the school announced a big science competition. The winning team would get a chance to represent the school at a national level. Teachers encouraged students to form teams and present creative ideas. The classroom became noisy with discussions, plans, and arguments. Arif quickly formed a team and declared that they would surely win. He spoke with confidence and promised success. Rayan did not join any group. He sat quietly, thinking. He had an idea in his mind, something simple but useful. He wanted to create a low-cost water filter for areas where clean water was not available. It was inspired by the problems he had seen in his town. But he hesitated. He knew if he spoke, people might laugh. So he decided to work alone. For weeks, Rayan spent his evenings in his father's shop, using old bottles, sand, charcoal, and simple tools. His father watched silently, sometimes helping without asking questions. Slowly, the model took shape. It was not fancy, but it worked. The water came out cleaner and safer. Rayan tested it again and again, making small improvements. On the day of submission, students brought colorful charts, big words, and loud explanations. Arif's team had a shiny presentation and confident smiles. When Rayan placed his simple model on the table, some students laughed softly. Is that all? Someone whispered. Rayan said nothing. He just waited. During the evaluation, judges moved from one project to another. Arif spoke loudly, explaining future plans, profits, and big ideas. Judges nodded, impressed by his confidence. When they reached Rayan, they saw him standing quietly beside his model. One judge asked gently, "Can you explain your project?" Rayan took a deep breath and spoke slowly. He explained how the filter worked, how cheap it was, and how it could help poor families. He showed the test results instead of big promises. He did not exaggerate. He did not try to impress. He simply showed what he had done. The judges asked questions, and Rayan answered calmly. His hands shook a little, but his words were clear. By the end, the judges exchanged looks. They tested the filter themselves. The results surprised them. A week later, the results were announced. Rayan's project was selected as the winner. The classroom went silent. Some students were shocked. Arif smiled, but his eyes showed disappointment. For the first time, people looked at Rayan differently. At the national competition, Rayan faced students from big cities, confident speakers with advanced projects. He felt small, but he remembered his father's silent work. He focused on his project, improving it further. During the presentation, he spoke only when needed. His work spoke louder than his voice. Rayan did not win first prize at the national level, but he received special appreciation. More importantly, a small organization showed interest in developing his filter further. They offered guidance and support. After school, while many students talked about dreams, Rayan worked. He joined a technical institute and continued improving his skills. Arif joined a business course and often talked about future success. Life moved on. Years passed. Rayan started working with a small team, developing simple solutions for real problems. His water filter project grew slowly. It was used in villages, schools, and disaster areas. He never became a loudspeaker on stages. He avoided long speeches. He focused on work. Arif tried many things. Some worked, some failed. He often shared his plans, but many remained unfinished. He was not a bad person, just someone who believed words could replace action. One day, Rayan was invited to his old school. The school wanted him to speak to students. When he stood on the stage, the same classroom faces looked at him with curiosity and respect. Rayan smiled softly. He spoke briefly. He talked about effort, patience, and learning quietly. He did not criticize anyone. He did not boast. After the session, Arif met him. They talked like old classmates. Arif admitted, "You always stayed quiet. I never thought you were doing so much." Rayan replied calmly, "I was learning. Talking did not help me learn." As Rayan walked out of the school, he felt light. He remembered the days when he was ignored, laughed at, and underestimated. Nothing had changed inside him. He was still quiet, but his actions had built something real. In his town, his father's shop was still there, now improved and respected. People trusted their family not because of promises, but because of results. Rayan continued his journey, not chasing noise, not seeking attention, letting his actions speak where words were not needed. And slowly, without shouting, without showing off, success walked beside him.